Welcome back. It is day 216 of a road to 2200. We're at 2059, and I actually did puzzles for the first time in probably like over a month today before playing. So let's see if that actually makes a difference. We have somebody playing e4. We're going to play the Caro-Kann, of course. And advance, exchange, night out, lots of different options, as you guys already know. This is the Tartakower if they take. But they... What? What is that? Okay, so I'm really tempted to take, and go e5. If they take, we go check. If you play here, this is a very, very common mistake in the fantasy variation. So, I mean, it looks like they're getting a big center here. If they play this, I can just give a check. This pawn's pretty weak. So I actually think we can take and just go e5. I mean, yeah, now we play e5. And yeah, they just develop. Fair enough. So maybe we'll just go here. And if this... I mean, I can always give a check. I mean, I guess I can just play positionally. Like, they got to take like this, and then knight takes. And they're left with an isolated pawn. So, I mean, this has got to be good for the black pieces. We're just going to have a very solid pawn structure. We also don't have to trade queens. We do not have to trade queens. Takes, knight comes here. I can develop with more tempo. The knight can't really come in and threaten any forks, so I think this just seems like a pretty good position for my pieces. Like, yeah, I mean, we're not going to take that. Obviously not. That would be a little bit ridiculous. I'm just going to castle now. And we're not taking this, of course. I thought that they might play here, and I was just going to slide my bishop back. But no, that's not what they want. That's not what they're going to do. Now, they're going to want to try and blockade, because that's what you do against isolated pawns. So I'm going to go, or they're going to try and push it. I need to blockade. So I'm expecting that they're going to play here. But instead, they go there. Is there any moves with the knight that could be good? I mean, I'd say we just go here attacking the bishop, blockading the pawn. Bishop slides back, but now we've got this blockade, which is exactly what we want. I mean, we could take, but we'd never take here. We never take. The bishop's going to have a hard time developing, which is kind of the only problem here. I could also play knight here, attacking this and this. Knight here, bishop back is appearing to be the only move to protect the pawn and bishop. So knight here, bishop back. I could play rook e8. They push me back. I play knight here. Okay, we can move the knight with tempo. And then I can put the rook on a better square. Probably going to start to kick me away. Whoa. Can we put more pressure? Somehow, some way. I don't really think so. I might just go this way. I think we got to do something like this. And try to reroute and put pressure on the pawn. Yeah, that kind of helps what I wanted to do. Yeah, now they kick my knight. I could even go here. But I think it's best to just keep this blockaded. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep that blockaded. They go here, we're going to slide back. I want to maintain this pin, if possible. My opponent's playing pretty quickly. I could just bring the other rook. Knight here. If I play g6, it's not entirely what I want. Okay, let's bring the rook. They're gonna put this on here, and maybe then I'll put the bishop this way. They protect. So I'm seeing forking opportunities. We definitely have the better position here, but I don't really see how I can apply the pressure. I guess I could go here, trying to put more pressure on this. My bishop is undefended though. So maybe we want to defend it so there's no tactics. Well, no. Yeah, here takes... I guess takes. Let's just put the bishop on a better diagonal. I'm not really too concerned about this. Now they're protecting the bishop, so this is a tactic that could be played. Let's just line up with the king. Getting out of any tactics here. My opponent's just playing bullet at this point. Or blitz, I should say. But I don't entirely believe in this. Here takes... I can go check. Pawn takes and then take here if I wanted. But I think I like the idea of playing h5, h4. Just really utilizing this pin and trying to weaken their pawns a little bit more. Knight goes there. Yeah, I mean, I kind of saw that concept before, but here, pawn takes, I push. Okay, let's give up the bishop. Maybe not the best. Rook takes, I push. They could also, yeah, I mean, maybe this is not good, because I'm just giving them... Yeah, maybe that was a bad decision. Okay, now we're going to play h4. They cannot take. They pretty much have to push. But then we have double check. So let's see what my opponent does. Can you play here? I take... They might have bishop f4. Bishop f4. Yeah, I think bishop f4 works. I mean, it's going to split the pawns, so we're probably going to have a slight advantage, but bishop f4 here. Bishop takes. Ooh, maybe there's tactics here. Depending on what they play. I don't know. They're starting to actually use time now, which is very nice to see. But yeah, I wanna get my rook to this rank. That is my hopes and dreams. Takes, king takes. And then I have a discovered attack. So actually that's just a loss of a pawn, because you cannot take. And push their pawn over there. Very interesting. This pawn's also hanging, which I kind of overlooked. I guess I could play bishop all the way back. Keep the bishop on this diagonal and just protect the pawn. And now there's ideas of playing like knight d3. I imagine we're going to probably see some trades of rooks happening. Potentially. If you move the rook, though, this becomes kind of weak. Takes some kind of knight move. I mean, knight here. Takes... I would take the rook. Isn't that a blunder? Well, here, they're gonna take my rook. I take. Then they take. Yeah, fair enough. I can also just solidify my knight in there. I can play f6. Let's just play f6. They're gonna take the pawn. Yeah, fine, whatever. But that's actually just gonna lose. No, it's not gonna lose any material, but we're gonna get trades. Okay, let's just take. Let's just trade. King takes. So there's checks. I could also just bring my king up. Gotta be worried about this. 2 minutes. Oh. Maybe put the bishop on this diagonal could be an idea. No, let's control this file. You can take, but I'll give a check first and trade the rook so that you don't damage my pawns. If I go check, takes, rook takes, and we win this pawn. Okay, let's go check. Takes, and then we take on d3. With the check, and then maybe we even just play king f7 to stop the rook from coming in. Because we're hitting both pawns regardless. So I'd rather the rook not get into the position. Oh, well, I guess that's away. Here, king up, king here. King here, here. I could trade and try to play this endgame. I don't have time to calculate this. I probably shouldn't have gone into a king and pawn endgame without calculating, but here we are. Because he's got a lot of... Oh, yeah. Yeah, this was actually really bad. Maybe this is a nice sacrifice, though. You can't come forward. You can push the pawn if you want. If you ever take, then I play king back. You go here, push king here, I get in. So taking I don't think is an option. We might get flagged. If I can get my king here, I can maybe push c5. If they repeat, I'll be happy. Like I'm happy with the draw here just because I don't really have anything to play for, I don't think. Just go back and forth. You can't push the pawn anymore. You've used all your waiting moves, basically. Okay, they're getting me to commit a pawn. Now this looks scary, though. Like, takes. Do they have some kind of breakthrough? I think they do. Yeah, but now c5. Take. King here. I just have to walk back and forth. I think it's just a draw. Because you can't let my king in. Yeah, it's just a draw. The kings can't get through. Yeah, GG. Let's take a look at that. Maybe we had something, maybe not. We had 9 great moves. My opponent had 7. That's just from the end game there. And we blundered 3 times. We missed some opportunity. This is an interesting game because it was very equal, but there was a lot of blunders and misses. So let's just take an opportunity to look at this. And I was correct. This is the way to play. This is just a slightly better position. Like this is, I'm playing the best way you can in this. Blockade the isolated pawn. Put the rook there. Now, this is kind of where we're starting to go wrong. We should play knight back, putting pressure. Knight back, they can't push, so that actually makes a lot of sense. But I wanted to get the bishop there, then we go back, blockade. And trading was not the best way. We should just play bishop c5? What? Does this not just lose? Oh, it's because of this. Yeah, fair enough. We get to take. Also, good to note that if they take, they're just losing to knight d3. And, okay, here we had a very nice tactic, which was knight c4. Sorry, what? Can they not just trade? Oh. Oh. I see it. Oops. And then here, this is actually just winning? Oh, I see. Oh, you take... Oh, I missed... Those puzzles did not do me any good. So we missed an opportunity there. Then we went into this, and we're winning here. But we should just take a pawn. Which pawn is best to take? This is the best pawn to take. I didn't want to allow this, but I guess we just moved the king up. So what? So I was trying to play prophylactic, but then we have this, and white's actually better in this endgame. And going back was wrong. I thought that if they took, we just step up. King d4. Oh, the difference now is their king's getting in. I didn't have time to actually calculate this endgame. And then, yeah, all of our blunders is here. But they let me get in, and then we found this idea, and we just repeat moves. Nothing more to play for there. We missed tactics. Opponent missed opportunities. Not the best game. We both played with like a 74 or something like that. Let's play another one. Okay, we found a 2036. We have the white pieces this time. What will they respond with? E4, E5. We're going to play the Vienna, of course. And are we going to see my favorite opening, the copycat variation after... No, come on. Come on. All right, just D3. Dang, man. I really love the copycat. And they go for the main line here. The move is 92. Castles, and I believe we just castle. Why not? Or A3, one of those two moves. I forget my prep, to be honest. I haven't done opening prep in I don't know how long. I'm gonna ask the question now, and also just make room for the bishop. And now we'll offer a bishop trade. If they take, we control these squares and open up the potential spots here. Instead, they jump in with the knight. Clearly, you know, if we take, there's a fork. We don't want that. I can play knight here. Bishop goes back, though. And then I would be thinking of c3, but we got to be careful because there's ideas like this. So I could just step up with the queen. Call it a day, I think. It's kind of what my thought process is saying. Could also jump the knight in. Knight takes, just take here. And I want to play c3, so let's play this. Put the knight in the center. If knight takes, bishop takes, we can always retreat back if they kick us back. But the most important thing, I think, is playing c3, controlling this key spot. I'm expecting c6, and I'll play bishop a2, followed by c3. Takes, probably. Yeah, we're probably going to see knight takes, queen takes, and I'm going to take with the pawn. Although, maybe we don't need to take with the pawn if we play c3. Yeah, I don't... If we have c3 and we don't really need to control this, so I don't think there's a sense in damaging the pawn structure. Okay, let's go here. Takes. Take with the queen. Although, I mean, we would have this open file. Could go here and play... So pawn takes, I could play queen h4. Or queen h5. Putting more pressure here. I actually like that. I do indeed like that. Okay, they're doing that. Let's bring the queen in. If you take, you lose. Rook takes probably is just winning. I know we have long-term ideas of, rook lifting. Also, this pawn's under attack. Ooh, that's a very, very committal move. I can take. I definitely don't believe in that move. Although I do have to be careful of this kind of stuff. But could also play like this. Bishop comes out. Now, let's start with rook f3. Understand that this is kind of a target, but I'll probably just play here and lose this pawn. Not really, actually. I wouldn't lose the pawn because it's protected, you idiot. Oh, they moved the king? So they want to take, maybe? That's what they're thinking. I mean, I can get rid of my doubled pawn. Let's go ahead and do that. Seems pretty logical. There's also potential tactics if the queen moves. Here they're going to play this. No, they can't. No, they can. Here, push. I go here. Here, takes would be nice. E4. Takes. I like this move. I like d4. It might seem really wrong to keep the bishop stuck like this, but I like the idea of potentially getting f4 or rook f4 and then sliding the rook over. And if you start committing moves like this, then it just feels wrong. This pawn's under attack as well. I can open up the bishop with c4 ideas. Yeah, okay. This is becoming a huge target. I could take. No, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's just play rook f2. Bishop's trying to develop, but that just hangs this pawn, so... I mean, I'm going to take it, of course. Oh. Oops. I got tricked. Can I go here? Shoot. Okay, well, we're losing the bishop. Oh, Don't even take the bishop? They're giving me another pawn? I can take here, but then rook here. Wait, what? Really? And I can also go here, but then this. Okay, I can be up 2 pawns. Why wouldn't they take the bishop? Here, here. I just take this pawn and then come back? What? Am I crazy? I guess you have this move, but then here, same thing. And now I can even play d5. I don't understand why my opponent didn't take the bishop. It didn't really make any sense. Let's go ahead and just apply maximum pressure here. And I think I want to play like h4. Takes. Stops controlling this, and then potential ideas coming in. So h4 takes, maybe queen takes. Okay, I don't want to get my queen trapped though. I do have to be careful of that. Come back here. And then go this way. Here, push takes. Okay, let's get our queen out of there. Okay. So takes, I mean, there's no push. No push at the moment. It's looking pretty scary though. I can go here, immediately attacking the pawn. Rook here, we have checks. Okay, let's bring our queen in now. So this could be a potential target. We don't have check, you idiot. Checking here. Okay, let's give a check. King has to move. Now they've got to be worried about this. Queen blocks. I could take. Takes. No. Okay, we're going to trade. And, oh, I made a huge mistake. I can take the pawn, though. You can't take. So we blundered that really badly. Oops. Big oopsies. Let's go here. If I can trade the rooks, we might be able to get another draw. Shoot. Not good. This is not good at all. If I go here, they just push. I need to play quick. I also need to use my pawns. I don't know how I messed this up so badly. Shoot, man. Okay, I'm just going to keep attacking them. I want them out. Trying to go here. Okay, let's attack this. This is protected. Oh. Here we have to go back. Oh. There's also just that move, of course. Here and checkmate. So we have to do this, and then, yeah, now they're just going to put the bishop here. Shoot. No. Yeah. My rook is just completely trapped in. My only hope is that we can make something happen with these pawns. That is my only hope. I think they have this. 1 minute's not enough time. Yeah, I mean, they just play a4. All I got there. Shoot. Oh, that's just checkmate. Just check. Here. Yeah. That was bad. Let's take a look at that. Apparently we played super bad today. Is what it is. Opponent played with an 85, I played 77. We had an advantage, like we were just completely winning. Which I knew. Like we were just up a bunch of pawns. Here, I knew this wasn't very good, but yeah, this is a blunder. They just give us a pawn. Apparently this is actually... What? How do... Oh, because the... Oh, I'm an idiot. The rook's hanging, you retard. The rook's hanging, obviously. Like, what? Queen in, here, check. Trading was the wrong move. We needed to play rook f3 here. Takes, so that there... I missed that the bishop was going to hang. Yeah. Is what it is. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.